Guys, welcome to Real Classic Film Reviews, and welcome to that time when we take a bit of a look, a bit of a deep dive into some of the titles that I've picked up on physical media over the past month or so. I think I mentioned in previous videos I've long since lost the plot in more ways than one in terms of keeping up with exactly what I've bought each month. So I just kind of do a regular haul video every now and again. Works a little bit better for me. And just keeps the channel fresh as well, so that these kind of the reviews that I do are kind of intercut every now and again with just a few things that I've picked up. And like you can see just right here on the video, one of the first things that I've picked up, I'll do some DVDs first, sorry, and some Blu-rays, and then we'll get into some 4K stuff. But yeah, one of the first things I picked up was this little curio. This is, as you can see, Eagles Over London, directed by Enzo G. Castellieri, who also famously directed Inglourious Basterds, which Tarantino obviously riffed on for his remake / reimagining. This is, again, I haven't seen this film yet, so I'm not entirely sure. So everything I'm about to tell you is going to be completely robbed from the back synopsis. So it says, at the time of Dunkirk, a Nazi special forces unit dressed in British uniforms infiltrates the troops that have been repatriated to England to destroy a radar base on the eve of the first German aerial attack on London. Sounds great. You know, it just looks like a kind of cheesy, almost B-movie-ish war film. Some fantastic cover art on there as well. It's got an interview with Tarantino. So yeah, definitely looking forward to checking it out. If you've seen this, guys, let me know. So I'm hoping this is going to be as crazy as as this cover art looks. Next up, I picked up one of these old school DVD 3-packs for literally like pennies. This is a musicals one. Westside Story, Guys and Dolls, which is what I bought it for, and a film called The Lovely, which I'm not familiar with. It's got Kevin Kline in it, I think, and might be from the early 2000s, but I'm not too sure, so correct me on that if I'm wrong. But yeah, totally picked it up for Guys and Dolls because I've not seen it for a long time, and I'm looking forward to checking out some Marlon Brando and Frank Sinatra goodness. But yeah, this is one of those really old digipacks that kind of features the movies inside like so, and with the light I've got above me, it's going all kind of rainbow effect. But yeah, obviously West Side Story, so you know, there's not much you can say about that. But Guys and Dolls is definitely something I'm looking forward to revisiting, just out of curiosity to check out some of Brando's singing talent again. Right, we'll go through some DVDs next, and we'll start with what's here. Neil Blomkamp's Chappie, which I've not seen for a long time. Again, picked up some DVDs, some Blu-rays for really cheap recently, just to kind of fill in some gaps in the collection. This was one of them. Already had District 9 and Elysium, so I thought I'd pick this up. I've not seen it since back whenever this was released. I think it was 2015? Gosh, I'm not sure. But it's a few years old, yeah. But I remember having some great visual effects in it, and also being just totally nuts. Quite funny, but quite a touching film as well in some places. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking that back out. Also picked up Fury, starring Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, a few of the great actors in this as well. Looking forward to checking this out. I think this is like a kind of underrated film that not many people talk about. Great tank movie, and there's not that many of those around, even if you kind of go back through cinema history. So definitely the best, I don't know about that. Some of the quotes that they have on these things just crack me up. But yeah, it's a good film. Looking forward to checking that out. Picked up also, I was going through a bit of an Oliver Stone, trying to fill in some of the blanks in the collection of my Oliver Stone films, and I picked up Born on the 4th of July. I'm not sure whether this has got a 4K release or if there's one slated, but this was literally like a couple of pounds, and it's been, again, a long time since I've watched it. Fills in a blank for my Tom Cruise and Oliver Stone filmography, so certainly looking forward to checking this back out as well. But yeah, this was a 1988 or 1989 movie, so yeah, looking forward to checking it out. Picked up the first Bad Boys. Again, this was just super cheap. I was almost going to say that I've yet to see the third one, but I did actually watch the third one not that long ago, so it must have been memorable. love this first one. Things just go totally out of control for the second one. It's just massive excess, of course, from Michael Bay. But this one just still a classic as far as I'm concerned. Not sold on that cover at 100%, which is something that's going to come up again in a moment in this video. Also filled in a De Niro and Scorsese gap in the collection with The King of Comedy, a film I haven't seen for a long time. Probably caught it last on a late night TV and just was blown away. It was just so bonkers. De Niro just excellent in it. One of my favourite De Niro performances. It's just an absolute nutcase. But looking forward to checking that back out as well. Yeah, and again, filling in some blanks. Picked up a copy of Dog Day Afternoon, Pacino. You know, just what a film. Sidney Lumet's one of my favourite directors. But yeah, John Cazale in this as well. Just absolutely excellent. So yeah, slowly filling in that Pacino collection. Right, now onto the 4Ks, guys, and I'll show first. We'll do this one first. So I picked up, along with Half the World, I think, a 4K copy of The Exorcist. Definitely wanted to pick up a UK edition of this, because some of the editions that I've seen from the States, and even some of the editions that the UK have produced, where they think they've been clever and try to release like an arty-farty, all singing, all dancing edition, but just totally wasted the opportunity to put some of the most iconic artwork in cinema history on the release, and trying to be clever and put some newfangled artwork out there. I'll put an example on the screen here or whatever. But this is, you know, when you've got an image that's as iconic as that, you've got to utilise it for me. So I was very... it was important to me to get this edition, and this is like an all singing, all dancing big 5-disc thing. It's got different cuts of the movie and Blu-rays and special features and all that jazz. So, and the movie's not too shabby either. It's one of the greatest horror films of all time for me, right up there. Still manages to creep me out. I heard that the 4K transfer is mostly great with a few dodgy areas, but I don't know. I think I grew up watching this on bootleg VHS tapes, so I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Next up, picked up a James Dean movie. My favourite James Dean movie. I know his filmography is not ginormous, but I think this is the most, what's the right word? Approachable, accessible James Dean movie. I know, obviously, you've got Giant, which is giant, colossal undertaking to watch that thing. As much as I like it, and East of Eden, which probably the subject matter's maybe not as accessible as something like this kind of teen drama. But Dean, you know, just what a talent, just gone too soon. Natalie Wood in this, of course. Sal Mineo. Really looking forward to revisiting this, and I hear that the 4K transfer is pretty nifty as well, so happy with that. I picked up 1967's prison movie, convict movie, Cool Hand Luke with Paul Newman, Arthur Kennedy, a load of other big stars as well. Big stars, great character actors anyway in this. One of my favourite prison dramas, one of the greatest films of the 60s, one of Newman's greatest films, in a formidable filmography. And again, hear that the transfer on this is great. And I do somewhere on, I don't think I ever got this on Blu-ray. I think I'm upgrading this from a DVD copy, so that I'm hoping that the transfer jump is going to be very nice. So I'm looking forward to checking that back out. Picked up a copy of The Maltese Falcon, John Huston's Maltese Falcon. Still amazes me that this was Huston's directorial debut. What a show-off. Bogart, Astor. Absolutely essential film noir detective movie. So yeah, looking forward to revisiting that on the format. And finally, I picked up Batman and Batman Returns, which I put off for the longest time because the artwork on this is just astonishingly bad. Again, like I mentioned with The Exorcist, why when you've got some of the greatest artwork in the history, which is essentially just Batman logos, I just don't understand this nonsense. So I think I put it off for the longest time until there was a decent price, until they came down in price, which they did. Although I ordered these two, and one came with a slipcover and one came without, as you can see, which annoys me. I'm not a big slipcover geek or completist, but I just think when you have these two together, as you're likely to on your shelf or whatever. That just will irritate the life out of me. But yeah, outside of that, it's Batman. It's 1989 Batman, Tim Burton classic. Love it, grew up with it. Here the transfer's excellent, and Batman Returns with slipcover. Very much looking forward to checking that back out, and I think I'll leave it because it is a Christmassy movie, kind of. I'm not going to say it's a Christmas movie, but it has got that Christmas vibe to it with the snow and everything, so looking forward to checking that back out. But yes, guys, that's my update for, you know, the last couple of months. A few titles there. Let me know what you think. And in the meantime, happy viewing, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.